Good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful people. My name is Britt-Rashaun. This is my YouTube channel. I'm new to YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful people. My name is Britt-Rashaun. I am new to YouTube, so welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a book review. I'm going to insert a picture of my book collage. And that book collage is all the books I read in 2022, right? So I posted my book collage on Facebook and some book groups I'm in. It blew up in the book groups, okay? The book girlies were going crazy, okay? And I found myself kind of going through the comments, and somebody was like, oh, which book do you like the best? Which book do you like the worst? Out of all the books, which is 28 books, out of all the books, which book would you recommend the most? I found myself going like comment through comment and responding like, this is the book I like the most, you know, why? And I found myself commenting like whole summaries, okay? Whole summaries, like I'm an English teacher around here, about what each book was about, right? So somebody suggested, well, why not just, you know, do a post, right, about each book and just kind of tell in that post which book you like best, which book you didn't like that much, did you DNR any books, kind of what each book is about. Ma'am, doing all that, okay? That sounds like a lot of work. When she first said it, I was like, oh, that would be really helpful, right? Let me just do one huge post and I'm just going to do a summary and then I'm gonna just send people to my page. I was in the middle of typing. Like the light popped on in my head and I said, why not record, right? Because I tried the whole TikTok thing and the, you know, the Instagram reel things and not really my crowd of people. And I just was like, oh, the grown-up girlies are on the YouTube. Those the girlies with the long attention span. That's what that is. That's the girlies who likes to sit and watch content. So I said, okay, I'm gonna come to the YouTube. So I made a YouTube. So I hope I put my book collage somewhere in here of these 28 books I read in 2022. How are y'all reading? Listen here, I've seen the girlies in the book groups saying they read 200-300 books in a year. How are y'all doing that? Inquiring minds. How are y'all doing that? Anyways, so yeah. So I'm going to, so because I have short-term memory loss, when I read books, I don't remember a lot of them, right? So when people were asking me about these books, I was like, I don't know. I read these books 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months ago. I don't know. So, yeah, I went and got me a book journal. So I'm gonna read what the author wrote, what the book is about, and then I'm gonna go into my take on the book, what I rated, blase, right? Did I even tell y'all which book? Monday's not coming in allegedly. Monday is not coming in allegedly. I'm just gonna say, you know, I've been side-eyeing Miss Tiffany since I read these books. I'm going to start with Monday's Not Coming. Side note, Amazon has this book for it's for 13 and up. Me personally, I have an 11-year-old daughter. I don't know if I could see myself letting her read this book. I guess it's all about the emotional intelligence of your child. Depending on if you would be okay with a 13-year-old reading it. I personally would not let my 13-year-old read it. And I'll just say that. Also, I can't specifically, if there were triggers in the book for people who like triggers, they want to know the triggers before reading a book. I don't specifically remember because I personally have never read a book that triggered me. I don't have any triggers, so I don't look for, I go into books, reading it, I don't care. I skip the tear the trigger, I don't care. So on to Monday's not coming. Monday, Charles was missing and only Claudia seems to notice. Claudia and Monday have always been inseparable, more sisters than friends. So when Monday doesn't turn up for the first day of school, Claudia's worried. When she doesn't show for the second day or the second week, she knows something is wrong. Monday wouldn't just leave her to endure tests and bullies alone. Not after last year's rumors and not with her grades on the line. Now Claudia needs her best and only friend more than ever. But Monday's mother refuses to give Claudia a straight answer, and Monday's sister April is even less help. As Claudia digs deeper into her friend's disappearance, she discovers that no one seems to remember the last time they saw Monday. Because we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. How can a teenage girl just vanish without anyone noticing she's gone? Okay, so again, you know, I don't want y'all to talk about my handwriting. It's not the best. I'm left-handed. It's not the best handwriting. So the journal is cute, but the handwriting, giving very much childish, giving very much toddler. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the cons. What I didn't like about the book. So the cons of this book. So the constant jumping of the timelines. I know a lot of people's like, girl, what are you talking about? I was able to catch on. ADD. It was just a lot for me, right? And more so when I took a break from the book and came back, I was confused. I was like, where am I? And I had to keep reading like before to find. I was like, who am I reading? Who am I reading about? Which section? And it's just me again, I want nobody to come for me. But for me, my brain doesn't work the same as everybody else's brain, right? I cannot focus on a single, okay. I cannot focus, because I was going to go into another story. I cannot focus on two things at once, right? So when I go off and do another task and come back to reading, a lot of times when I'm switching scenes and times and things like that, I don't remember. I apologize, but I don't remember. So a lot of times I have to go back to see what I was even reading about. Yeah, I didn't care for the ending plot twist. One of them I did, and then another one I did not really care for. No, I didn't like that. It confused me a little bit. I had to go back to the timelines because I was like, maybe I missed something. I didn't miss anything. It confused me. But those are my only cons, right? Right. Okay. So let's get into the pros. Let's get into the good stuff. Let's get into the meat. Reading this book, you can kind of tell how broken our system is, and how there's so many missing Black and brown and minority kids, and how the system just does not work for us. The system was not put in place for us. It highlights, you know, just the defectiveness of our system and how we are not protected. When you kind of think about it, you can't just blame the system and society, right? Because when you read the book, you will note that the parents, the adults, all of the adults in this book are to blame for everything, right? And that's another thing, right? People put everything on society and the system, but what are you doing? What part are you playing to make anything better? Because they did nothing, right? They could have been statues in the book. They could have been statues in the book. They did absolutely nothing. Nothing. They just birthed little humans and left them out to the world. I don't feel like anyone in this book got any justice, right? Now, let me say this. I like books where it's not always a happy ending. So I was okay with that. I felt a little twing right here. I know a lot of so when I initially said I was going to read this book, so many people in my book groups were like, you know, you're going to have to take a day to yourself. You know, just sit when you finish, you know, watch something soothing and relax. You know, I was prepared to cry. And I'm not a crier though. And it was very emotional, but I tend to actually like books. I don't know what that makes me. I like books with not so happy endings, because in life, it's not always a happy ending, right? We don't always get what we want in life. Life is not a fairy tale. And so I like books that kind of portray real life. You know, it's not always she gets the guy in the end and people live happily ever after and all these nice, wonderful, magical things happen for people. That's not how it works. That it happens in life for people, but it's like a needle in a haystack, right? Lastly, I listen here. If you're not coming like Claudia, I don't want you as a friend. Period. If you're not like Claudia, I don't want you as a friend. Because when I say she is the definition of ride or die, she is the definition. Despite whatever reason she was looking for, okay, you better come like that for me. You better come like that for me, okay? I don't want you on the news crying. I don't know where she is. Bring her home. Bring me home. Bring me home. Yeah, period. If no. Where's Claudia? Sit her next to me. Sit her next. Is she an adult yet? Sit her next to me. Period. Another thing. Something about reading when bad things happen to kids, I don't like. I don't like that. And I ran past Monday's Not Coming on Amazon quite a while ago. I think in 2021. I mean, a while ago, I ran past this book. And initially, I saw that it was, I saw the age recommendation on Amazon. It was 13 and up. And then I saw the book cover and I said, oh, this is for children. I'm not reading this. I'm not reading this. This is a book for kids. You know, I want to read a book with some gun slanging and some fighting, some demons and some witches and some people being murdered and kidnapped. This is what I want to read. And then in my book groups, I saw people like, you're going to have to read this book. It's not what you think it is. It was not what I thought it was, people. It was not what I thought it was. So I will give Monday's Not Coming a 4 out of 5. Are y'all ready for allegedly?